What up, Aggies? It's your boy A&T-roy back with another edition of the unofficial-ish A&T Athletics Report. Um, I think I almost forget to do this every time. I'm asking that you like, share, comment, but most of all, subscribe to this to my channel here, so you'll get notification of whenever I make new reports and those kinds of things. So let's get started. Um, First things first. So remember last week I announced and told you about the Aggie Pridecast. Well, they were doing them on Thursdays at about 4:30. So the first three were on Thursdays at 4:30. They switched it up a little bit this week because there's a volleyball game tomorrow I think at 4 o'clock. So they actually did the Aggie Pridecast this week at noon or at the lunchtime hour today. So as I remember, actually I haven't watched the whole thing yet because I was too busy at the time to do it with some other stuff. But they had Corey Lima on. I don't know if you know him, but he's the director of compliance for athletics for A&T. They also had Will Jones, our men's basketball coach. They had, oh my gosh, Brewer, volleyball player. Oh man, I'm so mad I can't remember. But she's one of our best, if not our best volleyball player. They also had her on there. So I'm going to put the link to the Aggie Pridecast in the comments. You can also go on Facebook under North Carolina A&T Athletics, and you'll see the video on there. So yeah, take a look at that. You'll learn quite a bit about athletics in terms of compliance and APR scores and a few other things that they talked about that I've seen so far. So yeah, Aggie Pridecast, really important, good information. Next, I'm going to talk about what happened last week. So, man, had a bunch of cancellations, of course, because of the Rona. But our men's and women's track and field teams did get a chance to go down to South Carolina and participate in the, I forget the name of the track meet because they have different names and all that stuff. But our men's 4x400 and our 400 meter runners, oh man, they are awesome. They set another facility record at the University of South Carolina facility. I think they are now second place, best time in the country in the 400, 4x400. By I think a tenth of a point, tenth of a second. So doing really well. We also had some more folks that did really well, both on the men's and women's side. You can go on ncataggies.com and go into track and field or look at the news stories that pop up there, and you'll see and be able to read and get all the details about what our track and field team did. So yeah, go take a look at that. All right, so we also had women's bowling. They went up to, I think it was, they went somewhere. Oh man, that's messed up. But they actually ended up 9-1. So the way I understand bowling is they bowl against different schools. You go head to head, and then you get a winner or a loser. They went 9-1. So we are now, I think the first week before last, they were 3-1. So we are 12-1 in bowling. Bowling team, our young ladies are very, very good from what we can tell right now. Matter of fact, they've been pretty good for a while. I don't know if you all remember, but 2015, we were national champions. And that's everybody in the NCAA. It's not HBCU, it's not small schools, it's all the schools that participate in NCAA in bowling. We were national champions 2015. All right. So that's it about bowling. Volleyball, we had a match against East Carolina last week. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. Unfortunately, the young ladies, they fell to East Carolina by a score of 3-1. So volleyball, we do though expect that it's going to be very good in the MEAC. We expect that we're gonna be one of the top 2-3 teams, if not 1 or 2. I will tell you, Howard has a pretty good volleyball team. They've been winning for quite a few years, and and we're still trying to get over the hurdle of Howard University. I will tell you that our volleyball team has come a long way from just a few years ago, where we are. We've got, I think, a full team. We didn't have it a few years ago. We've got not just a full team, but a very good team based on the last 2-3 years. So, matter of fact, I'm going to tell you some more about volleyball here in a second. So, that's all we had last week. The games at the women's Lady Aggies games at NCCU got canceled or postponed. I'm not sure which one they're going to do. Our games, you know what? It wasn't NCCU. It was South Carolina State was supposed to be coming to A&T for both the men and the women. And all of those got canceled. Matter of fact, South Carolina State discontinued their women's basketball season for the rest of the year. But the men also postponed. We're going to be playing them, and I'm going to tell you about that here in a minute. All right, so that's what happened last week. And so let's go on to this week. So we got men's basketball Sunday and Monday. Again, I'm going to put all of these more details in the comments for this video, for this report, so you can look there for all the details. So men's basketball Sunday and Monday. Men's tennis Sunday. Women's tennis Saturday and Sunday. Track and field Saturday. And women's volleyball tomorrow, or by the time you see this video, for many of you, it'll be today, Thursday, February the 11th. And that volleyball, it's a match, not a game. Volleyball is matches, and they play games and all that stuff to determine who wins each game. But volleyball at 4 o'clock, and you can watch it. They're going to be streaming it. So you go on ncataggies.com and go on the volleyball schedule and find today's date and click on it to watch, and you'll be able to watch it free of charge, I believe. Man, if they charge you, my bad, I didn't know that. But I think it's going to be free. Okay? Let me go back. Men's and women's tennis last week. We went over to Elon and played them, and unfortunately, both our men's and women's tennis teams lost to Elon. Let me say it that way. Though I played tennis in middle school, I can't quite remember all the terminology around it. So I actually played number 6 on my tennis team in middle school. So I know a little bit about tennis, but not a whole lot. Matter of fact, I know more than what I remember right now. Let me say that. I just don't remember everything. And I'm not sure how the college setup works in terms of singles and doubles and how they score it and all that stuff. When I was in middle school, what we did was we got the top 6 tennis players on our tennis team, and we played the top 6 on the other team's tennis team. So, and then we did 1 or 2 doubles matches, something like that. So, I almost forgot that last week we went and played tennis at Elon, and both the men and the women did not prevail. All right, so that's all I have for last week and this week. And again, you can look in the comment section to see all of the events that are going to be happening this week, starting tomorrow at 4 o'clock with volleyball, where they're located, whether you'll be able to watch or listen, and all that kind of stuff. So go and take a look at that. All right, so to frankly, the big sport in college athletics, and that is football. I was really see, this is kind of late. I usually do this thing Sunday night, post it on Monday. But this week, I was holding off to see what was going to happen. And what I mean by that is Norfolk State dropped out of football for the spring football season. So now that leaves us with just 5 schools that are currently going to be playing football in the spring. So in the South, it'll be South Carolina State and us. And in the North, it will be Howard, Delaware State, and Morgan State. So I was hoping that there was going to be some kind of announcement around what was going to happen. Are they going to go ahead and cancel the season? Are they going to realign and teams play each other differently than what we were doing before, where we were going to play Norfolk State twice and South Carolina State twice. And then up north, in the north, 3 schools, they would play each other twice for 4 total games. And then we were going to have the MEAC championship on April 17th. And I think the winner of the MEAC championship would then go to the 16-team FCS playoffs starting on the 24th. So that's all up in the air, and I was trying to hold out even tonight. I was hoping that there was going to be some kind of announcement so that I can let you all know what was going to be going on with football. So let me say a couple other things about football, and I think I'm going to be done here. So I almost forgot what I was going to say. So as far as I'm concerned, as much as I love football, as much as I'm so caught up with A&T football, I'm now of the opinion that we shouldn't play football. We should not put our players, coaches, staff, all of those people at risk with this virus going on right now. More importantly, because of these new strains of the virus that are more, as I understand it, contagious. So more easily transmitted to other folks. I even saw a report or some comments that maybe they are more, they're stronger in terms of the impacts that they might have on us. So as much as I want to see football, as much as I want these kids to play, as much as all of that stuff, I think we should not play. Now, here's what I will do, though. If we do play, I will still continue to cover what's going on in Aggie land around football. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that for all the sports that continue to play. But yeah, at this time, listen, August is 7 months away. 6 months away. Yeah, we're in February. So August is 6 months away, a little less than a little over 6.5 or 5.5 months away. Is that right? February, I think so. Yeah. Because we're going into the 3rd month. That'll make it 5 months. Yeah. So a little over 5.5 months away. Man, we can hold on for that long. And I hope and expect that the kids, our student athletes, will by that time have been able to get the vaccine. One of those vaccines, whether it's the 1-shot vaccine or the 2-shots vaccine, and been put in a position where they can fight and not get this virus. If they do get it for the 5% chance or whatever the percent chance, that the vaccine helps keep them from getting very sick. Because that's what I understand is the case about all of the vaccines, that even if you get it, even though I think Moderna and Pfizer, those vaccines are 95%. They keep using this word efficacy. Cool, I'm cool with it. I know what it means. But a whole lot of people have no idea what efficacy means. It means how efficient or how well it works in terms of keeping you from getting the virus and, to a certain degree, cutting down on the impact that the virus might have on you. So those are 2 good things. Keep you from getting it, or if you do get it, even though you have the vaccine, it'll cut down on the impact that it might have on you. Many people don't know, I think, that the flu vaccine that many of us get every year, they're really only about 70% efficacy, efficiency, or how well they work for you. And so that's why you see some people who get the vaccine, the flu shot, but then they still get the flu. Now, the good thing about the flu is it's not nearly as deadly as COVID-19 or the Rona. So that helps. All right. So yes, I think we should not play. Man, that's hard to say, but I'm saying it. We shouldn't play. We should wait. I know those kids want to play, some of them, or many of them, and the coaches want to do what they want to do, want to go to the playoffs and all that stuff. But life is more important than waiting just a few more months. And believe me, I'm struggling as we speak. All right. So the last thing is, let me see. I talked about the season. Oh. So some of you, I think, are friends with me on Bookface or Facebook. I call it Bookface, right? So some of you are friends with me on Bookface, and a little while ago, I announced that I was going to be making what I call the big reveal. And then last week, Saturday, I said, gentle reminder, the big reveal is coming on the 13th. I'm still going to do that, whether they announce whether we're going to play football or not. I'm going to do that on Saturday and reveal some things that many Aggies are not really aware of. And of course, those others that listen and watch this report, they'll hear about it too. But I think many Aggies don't understand the magnitude, even though I keep talking about it. Oh, we got 30-something this and a bunch of 3 stars and 2 stars and 4 stars and all that stuff. But they don't understand the magnitude of what's happened since we played in December. And the reason, the way I get here is my kids say I'm a fanatic around A&T football and basketball and athletics and all that stuff. Yeah, whatever. I will tell you that I was splitting my time related to football between my Pittsburgh Steelers and A&T. But what I did was, you know what? I'm going to allocate less time to Pittsburgh and do a whole lot more for A&T. And so that's why many of you or some of you see me being able to do more posts or a lot of posts around talking trash and information and all that stuff is because I've allocated a little more time, well, quite a bit more time to A&T athletics than what I was doing with the Steelers. And matter of fact, a few years ago, I started keeping track of, I have an Excel file, right? Where I keep track of all the players we get, their star ratings, where they came from, several different things on there. So that's how I'm able to figure out and know who we have and what their characteristics are. So I probably have back to 2016, 2017 information on players. So yes, look out for a special big reveal report on Saturday. And I'm going to give you some information about our football team. All right. Let me also add this. I've seen a few things. I've seen top 25 predictions. One of them had us at number 10 in FCS. That's I think that was Hero Sports. I think I saw Athlon Stats. They have us at 17, which is ridiculous. I've seen some preseason Hero Sports did preseason All-Americans. There was one school that had 3 first-team preseason All-Americans across offense, defense, and special teams. But 2 of theirs are, listen, I'm not putting special teams down, so don't take it that way. 2 of their 3 were special teams, like the kicker and the punter. Now, don't get me wrong. Those are great assets. Matter of fact, that's one of the things that makes up us doing chicken. If those of you have heard that terminology, we do chicken. Doing chicken consists of stopping the run, protecting the football, basically don't turn it over, and win the kicking game. That's how we do chicken. Stop the run, protect the football, and win the kicking game. So don't get me wrong, special teams and kicking game is very important. Man, it's sometimes the difference between winning and losing. Go back to Elon, first game last year, right? But there were 4 teams, I think, that had 2 players on there, and we're one of them. Jermaine Martin, I call him Ja. In Ja we trust. Jermaine on offense, and then McDaniel, our defensive end that transferred for Appalachian last year, on defense. So we have 2, and then there are 3 or 4 others that have 2 players on this first team, Heroes first team All-Americans. So looking pretty good over there. Matter of fact, I think we should have had some more. Matter of fact, here's what's going to happen. I expect we'll get more at the end of whatever season we play because we got some studs. I hear these folks talking about they want dogs. Oh, we want some dogs. He's a dog, this and that. Man, here's what we are. We bulldogs. We want bulldogs, right? Matter of fact, it fits with our mascot, a bulldog. the mascot that is derived from our farm, where we had bulldogs to help with the management of the bulls that we have on our farm. So yeah, they want some dogs, but we want bulldogs, the toughest of the tough. All right. So yeah, I've seen those things. I might actually go and get the links and post them in the comments too. So you're gonna get Aggie Pridecast. You're gonna get the schedule for this week. I'm gonna do those rankings, a couple rankings, and then the All-American teams. All right. Until next time, Aggie Pride.